Day 418. So today is normally my hiking day, where I go to the local park that's got a 3 mile kind of by the creek loop that also allows dogs off leash. And out of everything about this shelter in place rule, that's one thing that hopefully I don't have to change, because it's a hike. I can social distance while on the hike, um, and it gets me out to get exercise, and it lets Zane out to get his zoomies out, because being stuck inside for long periods of time is not good for anyone. Um, but I was on the trail today, and normally on a Wednesday there's 3 or 5 cars, maybe 10 if you go in the evenings, compared to the weekend where the whole lot is filled, and if you don't get there by 8 o'clock, sometimes even 7:30, you're not going to get a spot in the parking lot, and then you're parking on the side of the road where they sometimes ticket, and they'll do that all the way up. So I mean, there's a decent amount of overflow on the weekends. So it was my surprise getting there. I went a little earlier than what would be considered lunchtime, and it was almost half the lot was full, which is probably double what it normally has on a Wednesday, let alone at lunchtime. I mean, I understand people are wanting to get exercise and get out, and being home offers that opportunity to not spend your time commuting, and so you can do a long lunch break, or you can do a bike ride or a hike or whatever. But I just when I went out and did Colorado Bend, that was great. Ran into very few people. Everyone was respectful about the distancing thing. Had no problems. But going out to the park today, it was kind of stressful. The amount of people on the trail, there were some family groups that didn't stay together, but were going too slow, so you would have to pass them. But some of them wouldn't stop, so then you'd be stuck in the middle between two, semi-large groups. And it was really hard to practice the social distancing. People who wouldn't step off the trail, or they would just stop in the middle of the trail, and expect you to go around them, smack dab in the middle of the trail. Come on, if you're going to stop, get to one side. Or they would be stopped, they would see you, they would keep walking on the trail in the same direction, realize that they're slower, and then be in the worst place for you to pass them, where it's the narrowest part of the trail. So it just happened multiple times. It's people weren't thinking, and weren't taking that into account. And then there was the touching of the dogs. You got to think about it. Your dog lives in your house. You're, around it all day. So whatever you have, it's going to have. Whether, the dog doesn't necessarily get sick from it, but Zane is, on my bed, and, walking beside me, and, I give him belly rubs and all that type of stuff. But that, that means that whatever I have would be on him. So if I'm infected, right, and you go and touch my dog, doesn't matter if you're social distancing, you just introduce yourself to, an unknown, right? And so same thing, so I had to tell multiple people off of, touching someone else's dog, specifically mine, because they just, he would be around them, and they would reach out and specifically, go to pet him. And it's or actually pet him. So I had to explain that. It it really stressed me out, which I hope that I'll try it one more time next week. Hopefully they'll put up a sign or something to like remind people, because I think they're not really paying attention, and or we'll go on full quarantine, in which case then it's no one leaves houses. So, but either way, right? Like I wish people were taking this more seriously, um, because these kind of common interactions, if you take it seriously, everyone can walk away from it fine, no issues. But if you don't take it seriously and you're just out and about, you're the reason the virus is going to stay around for months, and you're the reason that we're going to have to deal with this for the long haul. So I don't know. I went hiking. I did my best to, while out and getting physical exercise for both myself and my dog, stay away from other people. Did the whole strip down my clothes, put them in the laundry, washed my dog, washed my hands when I got back. After that, then got in the shower and rinsed off. So, like, doing the best I can, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's enough, I guess. So, we'll see. Who knows?